everyone. My name is Baran Yıldız. I am originally from Turkey, but I've been living in Australia for a long time now, so I'm officially an Aussie. So before I play, I just want to ask, has anyone seen one of these instruments before? Raise your hand if you have. Okay, cool. I've heard some Aussie interpretations. They call it woks. So, but Alda said sound bowls, but that's another one. So we call these instruments hand pans, and it will sound something like this, as you see. Called Leaf. I haven't played in a cinema before. It's a little bit interesting mix of senses. If you think any nice visuals or scapes that would go along with these tunes, please come and talk to me later on. I'll be really interested to hear your imagination. Song was called 7 Generations. Thank you. This piece was called Children of the Universe, and I'll play one more before we go to the exciting part. you like to follow my music, you can check Baran Yıldız. I have my album available on digital platforms. I have some vinyls as well. But really nice being here and sharing my music with you. I wish you all the best with the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Baran. You can also find Baran on YouTube, including playing with the Cyprus North Symphony Orchestra. Am I right?
Yes.
And it sounds really, really beautiful with the other instruments as well. And Baran is available for hire as well if you want to include him in one of your films. Without any further ado, I think we're going to start with the screening, and I'll be back in a moment. I hope they can turn it here. I'm going to need to read it because I can't remember everything. Dear filmmakers that attended today, on behalf of the whole film from our team, the TiTan Film Festival, I want to express our gratitude for your participation in this year's event. Your passion for storytelling and your dedication to the art of film are truly inspiring. And we are honored to have received such an outstanding selection of films from 56 countries in the first 2 years of our festival. Your trust in us to showcase your films and documentaries in a festival that's really starting, and to share your talent and with a wider audience is greatly appreciated. We are committed to presenting your films in the best possible light, and as the film grows, we are hoping to get funding that we can rent the cinema for a lot more extended period so that we can actually show the full films. As the director of this new film festival, I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to bring together such a diverse and talented group of filmmakers, and I look forward to the many enriching and inspiring conversations that will take place throughout the festival. Thank you again for your trust in us and for sharing your incredible films with us. As you saw, that's some amazing talent in those films from all around the world. And we're planning to make it even bigger and bigger, so I hope you come back. So to get started with the awards, the first film that we will be presenting is the Best Feature Film. The film, as you saw, was presented here, was The Renato Road from England, the United Kingdom, and the director is Ed Greenberg. Ed couldn't be here tonight, but he sent someone to represent him. If you could please come to the front. So just, I need to keep track of the month. So we've got here Timothy Weston. Timothy is an actor. And thank you so much for coming to receive the festival on behalf of Ed. So you've got your trophy. And there is also a certificate.
Oh, sorry. Too much mistake.
I didn't mean to step into anyone's toes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Would you like to say anything? Just put it somewhere. There.
This is why you need a podium. That's where the OSCE goes when you're making a speech. Ed does apologize for not being here, but did want to extend his gratitude for the honor of this award. The film was a long time in birthing, starting over a decade ago, and the usual troubles of funding and producing and all the rocky road we're used to, but in the middle of it, also a global pandemic, which didn't make things much easier. The leading man, CJ Demouy, who would have seen on screen, was supposed to be here in his stead, but unfortunately has had another project that he's working on, which makes him the only actor that I've known to pass up a night of drinks and canapes and lounging around to actually go work. I've worked with CJ, and he's the hardest working actor I've ever known, and it certainly shows up on screen. It is a great movie, and we thank you very much for your accolades and your appreciation of it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully you'll come to Australian cinemas as well, so we can see the rest of this film. The best short film was from Canada. The director was Cody Kearsley. And we've got Nate from Canada to receive it on his behalf. And the name of the film is Breed. So we've got the trophy for Nate. And there is a certificate as well. Yes, thank you, Nate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the best animation was Full Moon from the United States. The directors were John Vo, Ken Yoff, and Al Weinsberg. I don't believe we've got anyone representing Full Moon. So we've got the best feature documentary next. The film was Oxygen. I apologize because the trailer was shown twice, and that's the problem sometimes when the filmmakers don't send us the full film for sharing. So they only sent the trailer, and would have been nicer to show some other aspects of the film. So the directors were Vitaly Lazo and Olga Borodina from the Russian Federation. And I've got Luba Zubazensko to receive it on their behalf. Luba? So Luba is from Russia, and she's also from Ukrainian background, so she's going to stay here a bit longer because she's going to receive the next one as well. So, and that's a way of uniting Russia and Ukraine. The certificate, all right. The certificate, yes. Thank you. So you can put those down, Luba. Luba is a dear friend, so she. Yeah, so thank you, Luba, for accepting to do this. The best short documentary was Culture versus War, Liberov in Ukrainian. The director was Kadim Tarazov, and yeah, Luba. She's got all these backgrounds. It's quite useful. Culture versus War.
Sorry, my first time. Sorry about that.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. The best experimental film was Rift. The director was Laura Darago from Hungary. And Laura couldn't be here, but she's got some friends from Hungary that are going to be receiving the award on her behalf. So Mercedes Zik? Chick. Okay. And Ballas coming as well. Ballas photos will be coming as well. Okay. Thank you. And I believe that you had a few words to say on behalf of Laura and Emma. Emma is the actress. And what a fantastic actress she is. I believe she was about, at the time she made the film, she was about 11 years old?
10 years old.
10 years old. And she also wrote the script. And it's an amazing film. We just saw a little, very short bit of it. But the film is about mental health, someone developing a mental health condition. And it's very, very deep for a 10-year-old.
Yeah. Basically, you said everything what I
I'm
wanted
sorry.
to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately, Laura and Rihanna, Emma can't be here tonight. but they asked me to represent them and share their thoughts with you. So first of all, thank you for the jury for the recognition. It means a lot to Rihanna to receive the Best Actress award. Rihanna was only 10 years old at the time when the recordings took place. Additionally, her role as one of the writers of Rift adds another layer of accomplishment to her achievements. We also would like to thank you for choosing Rift as the best experimental film. So as you know that she received 2 different awards tonight. And a special acknowledgement to the crew and producers, namely Chuck Harding, Jon Wanga Ames, Reginald Wilkin, John J. Jackson, and Peter Horkai for their hard work and dedication in bringing this project to life. Furthermore, a huge thanks to the team of SynProcast movie designer software. A little bit of the movie, and it won't be long. Rift addresses the important and sensitive topic of multiple personality disorder, especially emphasizing its occurrence in childhood. The dedication to raising awareness about this disorder and its connection to physical and mental abuse is both impactful and meaningful. The purpose of this film is to shed light on such important issues and potentially help people identify and seek help.
Thank you so much. So next we've got Best Virtual Reality, Augmented Reality. I thought it was important to include this category in the festival when we started. And it's amazing the quality of the films that we're starting to get. Unfortunately, we just did like 2D, doesn't get to see quite the perspective how the film was filmed. But for those of you that are not experienced with virtual reality, it means that you can control what you're viewing and the perspective that you're viewing, so you can move the screen around. And yeah, it will take a little bit more effort and bring the right equipment to be able to show just that little bit of the film. So once again, if we screen a full film in the future, I promise that we're going to do it properly, and we're going to show the actually 3D and the virtual reality film. The film that won this year was Warsaw Rising. The director was Tomasz Dobos. I hope I'm saying these names right, because it's a lot of different countries and a lot of different pronunciations. And the film was from Poland. And I don't think we've got anyone here from Poland to represent the winners of the film, so we go to the next one. So we've got Best Music Video. The film, the song was called Unbroken. The director was Cathy Moore, and she's from Australia. And we've got people here from Unbroken, so. So I believe we've got Leanne Payne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, careful.
Should I say something or?
Yes, I was gonna just take a picture. All right.
Thank you.
Yes.
This was a project started by Tyler Borders, who's a trans man who wanted to make his give a voice to trans people and more visibility of the various the cast in the whole film we didn't see tonight. There's a whole number of trans people of different types and different have had different journeys on the way, and I was a PA on set, and it was I don't know, I ran out of words, sorry.
No, did you enjoy the experience?
Yeah, it was great. Cathy Moore was great. to work with, and I think that's all I have to say.
Yeah, and it's a
Fine.
project really well done. So again, thank you for coming and picking the award on their behalf.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
The best Australian film for the year, because we run usually 3 editions a year, 3 to 4 editions a year, depending. And then we've got like the final winners, which are selected from the winners that won the previous editions. The final winner for the best Australian film was a film from Melbourne called The Outside Danny, a comedy. So something a little bit different. And they've been awarded, they've received quite a lot of other awards. The director is Walter Smithers, so from Australia. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here. They had some other commitments in Melbourne. So we go to the best cinematography, which was Oxygen. Luba was here ready to receive the best documentary. They got also the best cinematography. We just show very, very little of the documentary. The documentary is actually 3 hours. And you don't have a single second that bores you. It's really, really well done. The cinematography, it's quite they've got excellent filmographers, and I think it was quite a good achievement. We also introduced the best photography, which is a bit probably unusual in the cinema world, but some of the films, they actually captivated some almost stills that could convert into some beautiful photographs. And that was the case of Invisible World from Greece. The director was Manuel de Coco, and it was a full feature documentary, so it was a lot more scenes than what we saw. The best sound was from India, and the film that won the best sound was The Guard. It was a silent movie, so it's a little bit ironic that the silent movie is winning the best sound. But they really deserved it. The director was Umesh Badigar in a feature film in India, so it's about a 1.5 hour film. And the kids were fabulous as well. And then we had another excellent film as well. They were first-time filmmakers. So the best debut filmmaker went to the film Doors. The director was Abhinit Goin in feature film from India. And unfortunately, it couldn't be here. One of the difficulties that we've got is because we run several editions a year, we don't announce the final winners until the very, very end of the year. So that doesn't give a lot of time for people that are overseas to be able to organize traveling plans and so on. So that's something we might have to rethink in the future if we change the format and the dates. The best actor, once again from another country, so he was from France. He's been in several films in Hollywood and he's done quite well. His name is Alain Figlars in a role of Maximilian. And as you saw, was a science fiction film. It didn't show much of the work that he did, but it was absolutely fabulous. The director of the film was Jean-Michel Tari, and it was a short film. The best actress, we already spoke about her. Her name is Rihanna Emma Bala in the role of Elga. She's such a young age and such huge talent, and I believe we're going to hear a lot about Rihanna in years to come. I understand that she's already been to one of the Hollywood films as well. Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah. So, I think she's going to be really big. And she was in a film Rift, which she was part of one of the writers as well. The director was Laura Darago in short film, experimental as well, and from Hungary. So yeah, so Mercedes is also receiving this award on behalf of Rihanna. And Rihanna, she's got such a huge presence on social media, and I've never seen anyone involved in this film industry, like the adults, doing quite as a good job as she does at keeping contact with the film festivals as well. So I think she's got a thing or two to teach to the adults as well.
Yeah,
She does
that's
a
right.
she reaches everywhere.
Yeah, very organized.
Yeah, very organized. And even with the festival tonight, she made sure that she was announcing it and she put it in her page and that the festival was going to be on. And yes, that's fantastic work. Did you ever? Sorry. Yeah, did you have any other? Did you want to say anything else?
No, I said
That
everything
is
I
it.
wanted to.
Yes, thank you. And the best used cast so was also the Guard, the same silent movie that we saw before. Director was Umesh Badigar in feature film from India. And so in terms of the final year award winners, so that was the list. But we also got some of the winners from the different editions, from the first and from the second and from the third edition. And we brought them the certificates, so if they could come and receive them, please. We've got James Morgan. The film was Anno 2020, a film from Australia. And the film was entered in the category of experimental. And was a fabulous film with a lot of characters during COVID and all the interactions that were happening at the time of COVID. And they came very, very close to win the final experimental prize as well. It's like the final year. So we've got James Morgan to receive the award, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that we shot this around the world in 17 cities, but we only had a budget of $6,000. So I think this is a real lesson that sometimes when we were aiming for a big budget, it doesn't always come, but there are other ways to achieve things in life, and that involved partnering with people, making the actors producers as well, and basically forming like a collective, like an old school theatre production where everyone's involved and everyone's got a piece of the pie, and that's how we did it. So I hope that this will be an inspiration for other filmmakers. We also shot during lockdown, so
Yeah, I was actually going to
Yeah.
ask about that.
yeah, so that involved using new technologies, shooting remotely, and I hope that's an inspiration to other filmmakers as well. I mean, I think about someone like, let's say the next Spielberg is a 17-year-old in Nigeria. When's he going to get the next $500,000 budget or $10 million budget? But maybe this film will give ideas that he could go and do a great feature now. So that's what I'm hoping. We have a bit of an influence, and I really thank all the cast around the world, and thanks to this festival for acknowledging it.
Yes, thank you so much. Just stay 1 second.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Also, one of the winners from one of our previous editions was the film Alexandra the Revenge. We had actually come across the film Alexandra last year, so this was a continuation. To receive the award, we've got Rudy El Colti, and I believe there's actually some other members of the team, so I don't know if you want to come, several of you.
Thank you. I'll say a few words. I wasn't expecting that. Well, yeah, thank you. I believe that I would like to thank Varun, Frank, obviously Louis, that is not here tonight, is the director, writer, and producer of the movie. And if there's one thing that I would like to say is that a journey of 1,000 steps begins from one little step today, 1,000 miles actually. It starts with one little step. It's what we did this year. We're working on the third, moving as well, and upward and onward.
Yeah. You want to say a few words about what the film is about?
So the film is this particular one here is the second instalment, and it follows the the life of a father and son, a gangster father, Don and his son, and the relationship between them, and also Varun's character here was added in the second film, which is the one that we've received this kind award for, and it's an extension of the initial film. So it's about the relationships that are developing throughout, and the dynamics of family and friends. And we'd like to thank the jury for choosing us, our film.
Yeah, well deserved.
And thank you very much. And we've developed a situation where we feel like we're a family now, and the film is about family and friends, and albeit there is a sinister side to it as
It's
well.
a bit of a thriller.
Yeah.
Yes.
More to
I
come.
saw it. Yeah, looking forward to see
Thank
it.
you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a period movie called the Golden Hawks, and they won in one of our series, and they had actually the best actor for that series. And receiving the certificate is Badrinas Sirisapalli. Is he here?
With me, I'm the producer. It's Say My Name is based on my younger life story, and I wanted to dedicate it to, it was a dream of mine 2 years ago to have this film into production, out of my first of my trilogy story of going through, you know, horrendous childhood abuse, homelessness as a teenager, lived under this hub bridge, had awful, you know, you imagine the things that happen on the street for a young girl, and we showed all that in the film, and up to the point where I just gave up and wanted to die. But then I found hope. And so I had, Quinn was our lead role who played me as that. We just came together as a team, and it was a synchronicity thing that was just beautiful. And everyone on our team was passionate about this film and about the subjects that we wanted to talk about, and we need to talk about this more. And so I created it and dedicated it to all the millions of people all over the world who have gone through childhood abuse, and let's hold together that Me Too movement and say, you know, we can overcome anything, and as I have done in my life as coming out of that. And and so look out for it. It's gone over all of Europe and America and had a lot of awards over there, but we haven't had a screening in Australia yet, so we appreciate TiTan for our first Australian award here, and look forward that we hopefully can get a screening in Sydney as well. Otherwise I'll be releasing it online later this year after we finish the film festival. So
Yeah, I hope you do.
thank you so
It's
much.
really good
You have that.
Instagram, TikTok, I think that's most of them, isn't it? And I think that's it. Yeah, so yeah, just checking my list. Yeah, I believe that's everyone. Yeah, has anyone got any questions?